it again.
Alrighty guys, so we are off the ship. We just disembarked here in Ketchikan. First of all, check out the size of the Norwegian sun. This thing is massive, and yeah, we have just docked. It was so foggy this morning, we could not see a thing. We weren't sure what to expect. What are we gonna find when we disembark? Are we going to be able to enjoy the views, see anything? But it looks like the sun is starting to come out. We've got some partially clear skies. So yes, we are heading into town. Right now we are docked at Ward Cove, so we've got about a 20-minute ride into town. Transportation is provided by Norwegian Cruise Lines, so we need to go find our bus and make our way into town. And you know what? Because we are up so early, like I think most people are still sleeping or having breakfast. There isn't a lot of action. So yeah, I think we're gonna have no problem just getting on a bus and going right away without a long wait. Because check out the deck. It's just us and a couple of other passengers who've gotten off. Alrighty, so we just rode the bus into town, 20-minute ride, and we learned some fun facts about Ketchikan.
We learned some amazing facts. Our bus driver was just totally awesome. He was just spewing knowledge the whole time. First really cool fact, there are more bears here than people. 10,000 black bears compared to 8,000 residents. And the wildlife here is very similar to Vancouver Island. There's certain animals that you might expect to be here that are not. For instance, the brown or grizzly bear does not exist here. Also no moose as well, but you do have the black bears. The town is really cool. It has like kind of a port/frontier vibe. And it was just fascinating to drive through the wilderness and to arrive here in the main part of town. Now we're gonna hit the ground on foot for a bit.
Another thing I'll mention, Ketchikan, we're on an island right now. I thought we were on the mainland. That is not the case. And we learned that Ketchikan has several titles, so lots of capitals. It is the Salmon Capital, the Bear Capital, and also the Totem Capital with 80 totems.
And it is the first port of Alaska as well. So we're catching up on facts and history.
Yes, and I'm looking forward to seeing some totems. Apparently they're made from red cedar, and they mentioned that there's 80 of them scattered across town. So we're gonna go in search of those. Alrighty, here we are surrounded by a whole bunch of different ships. These are the ones that dock right downtown.
Yeah, beautiful little town. It has that feel about the New England fishing towns kind of thing. Very cloudy and a bit foggy today, but we're hoping the sun is going to come out. And another thing I was just thinking about is that it's amazing how these small towns, these communities, how important tourism is for them.
Yes.
Because here we have 1, 2, 3 huge cruise ships, plus the one we came in, that's 4, and there is another one coming in today. So that will be 5 cruise ships altogether. The city has 8,500 residents.
Yeah.
And each one of these ones, if you calculate, let's say an average 3,000 people each, that's 15,000 people that just arrived altogether in a town that has 8,500 residents. So it more than double the population of the town. Can you imagine the influx of kind of cash that makes these communities survive?
Yeah.
That's so important, you know, that's the importance of the tourism in some places that a lot of time people don't realize, but hey, lifesaver here.
Yeah, right? It keeps the town alive, keeps it afloat.
Now we're gonna see if we walk around town a little bit.
Yes.
You know, it's kind of, it's very humid here. I think humidity right now is like 90%. And we thought they were advertising like a heat wave today.
They were, they
like
were.
27, 30 Celsius. And we're kind of
waiting for the heat. Maybe if the sun comes out, we'll experience it.
Yeah, because right now I'm you know, all I have is this hoodie, and it's kind of borderline, okay?
Yeah.
So if you come down this way, don't assume that it's going to be hot and you're going to be able to enjoy it with a short sleeve. Always carry like something in your backpack.
Yes.
To be sure. Okay?
Good advice.
Yeah.
Good advice.
Okay, let's go walk.
So we are doing a little bit of shopping. We were a little bit cold, you know, and we thought maybe get a toque, I don't know, get a little souvenir. So yeah, they have really good deals. Like this store has a 3 baseball caps for $20 special. So we're just looking around, also picking up some souvenirs for the grandchildren. And yeah, just doing a little shopping before we head off on our first tour of the day.
This is how much it's rained up today. 170 inches. See where the fish is?
Yeah. That's insane.
A lot of rain in
The
Ketchikan.
highest was in 1949. They had 202 inches. I mean, it feels like there's like 5 of me stacked on top of each
This
other.
feels like it would be a flood.
Absolute flood. So I'm not surprised about this at all because I grew up in a geography very similar to here on Vancouver Island, and we got an insane amount of rain. And so yeah, you would not want to be here, especially in the winter months or also in the late fall, early spring. Summer is probably a bit better right now, but my gosh, that really puts it into perspective when you have this giant display.
Voila.
It also has some really interesting information too. This is Alaska's 4th biggest city. Shows where we are. It's the very southern tip of Alaska.
Yeah.
And it's a big state. There's so much to explore. We're only going to get to see a small fraction of the southern part.
So we just got out of the show, the Great Alaskan Lumberjack.
Yeah, lumberjack show, logging show. It was very interesting. Sadly, they wouldn't allow to make videos, only pictures. So I guess you guys took a few good pictures.
Yes, we're gonna show you what it was all about.
Yeah, one thing that really amazed me was the sharpness of the axes. Every time they swung the axe and they hit the wood, like they were removing pieces, like chips of a size that you say, wow, if this guy hits the leg, he cut it and sliced it in half. You know, those things were sharp as razor blades. And yeah, it was very nice. It was actually super interesting to watch. And supposed to be like 2 teams, one from the United States, one from Canada, and they were kind of competing against each other, and they made it fun, you know?
Yes.
Like a lot of screaming, and you know, Aurelia was in her, you know, in the good spot because she was also screaming and clapping.
Yes,
and
she was.
but it's so small, and she was having such a good time. But anyways, it's worth coming here if you pass by and you have a chance to see one of these shows. I would highly recommend it.
Sounds good.
It's very nice. We had a good time.
We did.
So now
We keep going. Keep
we'll
exploring
going.
the town.
Let's keep visiting the town, and then we go back to the boat, and we're gonna eat something.
Let's
I'm
go.
getting hungry. Huh?
You're hungry already. Oh
All
my.
right.
It would be so nice to see it.
Aurelia! Hi, baby. Oh, what a happy baby!
It's time for a crab feast. I'm so hungry. I've worked up a big appetite. This little one, though, is sleeping blissfully. Look at her.
So we couldn't come to Ketchikan and not try the crab. Yes, this may be the salmon capital of the world, but the Dungeness crab is another local specialty. This is a type of crab found on the west coast of North America, extending from Alaska's Aleutian Islands all the way down to California. Also, we saw whales on the drive over. The timing was impeccable.
Oh, I got it again. Oh, look, we went whale watching.
Alrighty guys, so today we came to George Inlet Lodge for a crab feast. The plan to eat as much crab as possible. We started off with a salad, and then it was time for our all-you-can-eat crab feast. The meat was sweet and delicate, and it tasted delicious, dunked in butter. Our host even got a bit of a competition going. Who can build the highest tower using crab shells and whatever else we could find at the table? So you don't just come here for the crab, you come here for the views.
Yeah, baby's loving it. Mwah. Beautiful, absolutely stunning property. Right out here on the water. I could spend the whole afternoon here, but unfortunately we do have to go soon.
This was a super fun food tour during our port of call in Ketchikan, and we made it back to the cruise ship with time to spare.
We're back at Ward Cove after an absolutely amazing crab feast. Honestly, a feast for the ages. It was all you could eat, and we took it seriously because the remnants of the crab feast were stacked on a plate, and there was a competition to see who could have the highest in inches. So
the highest tower of crab shell.
Yeah, seriously, and I think we were pretty close to winning if we didn't win. Yeah, it's just a great experience. Beautiful location down there. It's the kind of place that makes you want to go, not just eat, but you'd want to linger and stay too, if that was an option. Fantastic food, great service, really good young people working in the tourism field. Yeah, it was Wyatt and Sydney, I believe.
Yes,
who took care of us.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to both of them. They were excellent. That was our shuttle driver and our server. They were a young married couple, and they were just fantastic at their jobs.
Yeah, working in Alaska for the summer.
Yeah.
How adventurous. I love it.
How adventurous. You gotta love it. So overall, just really good food, really good experience, and would highly recommend that. And we also got some hats, 3 for $15, so that your parents can enjoy being a moose, a bear, and an eagle. So why not, right?
Nice. I'll also mention that visit kind of turned into a bit of a wildlife safari. It wasn't meant to be, but on the drive down to the lodge, we ended up seeing killer whales like orcas, loads of them coming up on the surface of the water. We saw deer, we saw bears. What else did we see? A bald eagle. Like, it was just insane. So yeah, super fun, super exciting, and would highly recommend. Okay, so we are pulling out of Ketchikan. We spent the day here. What did you think? Thoughts, impressions?
Well, I found it to be really interesting. Not only the scenic part, but also the history of this little town. But apparently they had
a paper mill.
A paper mill here for many years. Apparently was one of the biggest in the world. And due to environmental issues and foreign competition, that thing was forced to shut down. And 500 people they lost their jobs. And that was the main industry of this little town. To me, this is a 100% example of how when things go bad, there is always an opportunity to turn around and to get something maybe even better than what you had before, instead of just despairing and saying, wow, we're done, we're doomed, we're finished as a town or as a city. These people, they got the idea of starting with this cruise ship tourism. And right now, the amount of people that land in this town is just staggering. And I think that right now, it's also much better because there is much more people involved in the tourism industry and making a living out of the tourism industry than before, that there was only 500 people living out of the paper mill. That's the part that it really got to me, and I say, wow, a terrible situation when an industry disappears from a town or from a city. You can always find something else. There are always possibilities and options. And I really, all I can say is congratulations to these people. I think they came up ahead, up on top. So that's my impression. The place itself is, typical Alaska, magnificent. The nature here is all around you. You can see it everywhere. And I think it's highly recommended.
For sure.
To come and visit.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Okay.